is good? Welcome back to the channel. So, today I want to talk about one of the oldest professions in the world. Well, actually, not one of the oldest profession in the world. And I want to give my thoughts on it. And I know a lot of people can't really give their say on it because they don't want to get canceled, right? They don't want to appear as like this bad individual, even if they may agree with me. Um, but yeah, let's start with that. The stigma of prostitution, right? Like people see it as, oh, it's terrible, oh, it's horrible, oh my gosh. But in reality, all it is just people need to understand that it's no different from love is like barter, right? So when you give a girl money to perform, acts and all this other stuff, that's direct. But if you think about it, dating is another indirect way of looking at your situation. Like the man still has to pay, right? The man still needs to, even if there's no money involved on the first date, right? There still needs to be a sense of hierarchy, some sense of status, some sense of security in the near future, right? Because that's what women want. Women want security, some sort of ability for financial gain, if possible, something. You know what I mean? Because if that wasn't reality, then homeless dudes would be getting cold approached, right, by some of the best looking chicks in the world. So now that we got that out the way, I want to give my thoughts on it. For me, I don't personally recommend it, but I'm not against it. Okay, so I don't recommend it because, you know, it's too straightforward. It's too easy for you to do that. And then once you do it, you're going to feel a sense of like disconnection, right? You're going to feel a bit shallow. You're going to feel like, it's just a sense of it's almost inhumane, but not really. But it's mainly because of how society projects it to be. So you're not going to, I mean, unless you can have the guts to remain doing that for the rest of your life, I don't recommend it. Because if you want family, if you want children, like you have to think of a different way. You have to view women as not just as sex objects, right? But what else can they provide? What else can they do? Because they do have other skill sets. I'm not going to be, I'm trying to be fair and unbiased in this take. So, yeah, you got to look at it in that manner if you want some sort of progression in your love life. So that's why I don't recommend it. But if you do indulge into it, make sure your prices are right. Okay, I know a lot of people, they drop thousands and on random broads that you can find overseas that look just as good. And yeah, when you look at marriages, when you look at dating and settling down, these guys are getting divorced. These guys are getting, or you probably been through a divorce already. Yeah, I mean, it's like that's indirect money that's flying out your pockets and you don't even know what hit you, right? So I'd say if you're gonna indulge into it, make sure you you know what you're getting yourself into, because you know what to expect. It's not like every interaction, because I feel like this is a stigma for people who never did it before. They're like, oh my gosh, like you never know, it's so dangerous, it's so oh my gosh, like, is this technically sex trafficking? You know what I mean? This is what they be thinking. Um, but in reality, it's nothing like that at all because it goes two ways, right? It's a mutual agreement between two parties. It's not like you're forcing anyone into anything. Both parties agree this is the price, right? Which is why they need to legalize it. But I mean, hey, what am I? Who am I to say what can and cannot be the laws and the rules of this world? You know what I mean? I'm just living in it. So yeah, I want to say to those already indulging into it, and so you already have a good idea of what's going on, what to expect, how much to pay. Um, I would feel like you need to advance your mindset to where you're not just paying just for bucks, right? You need to realize there has to be an alternative motive, especially if you're a guy, right? Like women pay like for prostitutes. Like I would say you just gotta. There has to be something other than sex that you're looking for because it's so easy just to pay, get a nut off. But then if you look 3, 4 hours, 5 hours later, you're horny again, right? There's like no substance. There's nothing for you to capitalize on, right? So you need to look to use that energy that you have and put it towards something else, right? You got a project going, you got something you want to do, like be able to incorporate that into your strategy, right? Something along your hobbies, your goals, whatever. Because, it's just so easy for you to just go get a massage, right? Go get a massage, they get the happy ending and walk out. You know what I mean? I'm not knocking it, but I'm just saying there are better ways to spend your money, right? And when in dealing with this, I don't want to go too into detail, and I'll tell you why. We're coming up around the 10-minute mark. This video won't be too long. But yeah, I personally, if I were to indulge into it again, because I have already, I would say it'd be goal oriented. So, what that means is I'm going to expect compounding interest for my investment. So, it's not just going to be some sort of like random that I'd never see again. Be like, okay, there's going to be some sort of, what do you call it? This ain't a free, because here's the thing, women love pleasure as well, right? That's another thing they don't tell you. Women that do this profession, they're enjoying it, right? They're having orgasms, they're having euphoric moments. Like this is their dream job, right? Why do you think OnlyFans is so popular, right? So like, of course, there's gonna be some sort of there needs to be something that draws them back in. Like, oh, this client, I gotta see him again, right? I mean, I may not even get paid when I see him next time, right? But anyway, that's my thoughts on it so far. I know it's a bit all over the place, but if you have any comments or any stories or suggestions for others, because I kind of already have my game down, leave it below in the comment section and I'll check it out. But yeah, I actually do have a model or a uh I need to name it, but it's a system. I have a system that you can, for newbies, understand what areas you can dabble into and what to expect. All right, I already have the prices laid out for everything that you do, and I don't control any of it. It's just out there, right? I'm not involved in any of it, but I just know what's going on, right? I'm not clueless. I'm not. You can talk to me about your experience, and I will somewhat like. There's probably be a bit where I don't understand, but for the most part, I know what your thought process was when you did it before you even tell me the full scoop. You can just give me the scenario, and I can already tell you how you think. So yeah, Sterl Speaks, the website. If you go to the YouTube consultation, right? If you type in, I want the system, right? I want the system. I will give you the system, and I will send you it for the same price as just a YouTube consultation like video here on this channel, but just to you. All right. So same price, okay, and you don't have to do the one-on-one consultation, okay? You don't have to do the one-on-one consultation, and hey, you'll have everything you need to know. This only applies to people in America, or if you're in different countries. I have to like I need to establish those for which each country, what do you do? Because I know Japan, they do things differently, right? Japan, they have stuff that you'll never see in America. Um, Thailand as well. Like there's some stuff you'll never see in Japan or America and Thailand. Um, but yeah, you guys keep it easy. Peace.